Create an announcement. Announcements are a very useful tool inside the Blackboard Learn system. These can bring attention to different areas of your course or to anything that you really want your students to pay attention to. To create an announcement, if you haven't already created the announcements content area on your course navigation menu, I highly recommend it, and there's a separate tutorial for that. But if you have already connected it, then it should appear right here. And if not, and if for some reason you don't want to add it to your course navigation menu, you can go down to Course Tools, and it's the top one underneath there. So right there is Announcements. But if you've added it to your course navigation menu, it just makes life a little bit easier. But they go to the same place. Just remember that if you want your students to see it, they don't have access to the course management. So they will only see what's up here on this top list. So you're going to want to make sure that you have announcements in there. So once we've gotten here, we can see that I have no announcements in this course at this point. Let's go ahead and create our announcement. So to do that, we go to the very top and we click Create Announcement. So here we want to give it a subject. So anywhere that's a required field, it's going to have this little orange flower next to it. In this case, we're going to give an example announcement here. And this could be, whatever you want. Hey, pay attention, there's a test coming up, or maybe I'm canceling class or something like that. That's where you could put this in here. Next, we can go down to the message and we can put our text in here as to whatever this announcement is going to be. From there, we can come down and we have to decide, is this not date restricted, which means this announcement can just hang out inside of the announcements area, or do we want to create a date restriction? So this will only be available for so long, and after that maybe it's not relevant and students shouldn't be bogged down with being able to view all these announcements. If you want to do a date restriction, you can do the display after and the display until, and again that's a sandwich of time in between these two that a student could see this. And what you may want to do is inside of your course, if you have announcements that you roll from semester to semester, you would say a display after date because they may not be relevant at the beginning of the semester, and then go through and configure these display after dates so that they would be relevant for that next semester. Finally, when you think about it, you can also send this as an email. What selecting this does is this sends an external email to their actual Metro State email account. So this goes out to their Gmail, to their Exchange, whatever it is. It's not going to go to the personal Yahoo or anything like that, but it goes to whatever email the system has for the student. This one gets sent out to them directly. So not only is it an announcement inside of the course, it'll show up through course modules and channels, but it also goes directly to their email account. So you don't have to do both separately. You don't have to send an email announcement and a course announcement. You can do them both in one shot. One more feature that I want to call your attention to is the course link, and this is really great. Let's say in this announcement you're talking about, hey, I want you to go to Module 3 and read something here, or I want you to take this assignment or this test or something like that. You can actually put a link inside of the announcement. So let's go ahead and do that here. So I'm going to go ahead and browse, and we're going to look for a course area. So I want them to go into maybe example module, and I want them to look at the example assignment. Okay, so inside of this message, maybe I said, do the assignment, whatever I've said. I can actually have a link to that inside of this announcement. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off, and I'm going to go ahead and submit, and I have it set to date restricted, but I really don't want it, so I'm going to change that back, and we'll go ahead and submit, and off this goes. So now we see we have this announcement inside of there, and for the student, when they see this announcement, it also has this course link. If I go to move down and click on it, it's going to take me directly to that area that I linked from. So that in this case, it took me straight to that assignment. So that's a pretty nice feature of the announcement. So again, some of the features of the announcements are that you can have date restrictions on it available after or before a certain time frame. You can send it as an email as well, and you can link to areas within inside of the course from that announcement. I hope this helps.